Hi guys, it's Joni here at Joni's Journals again. How are you? And yes, we are working in our little Arty Arty journal again today. And we are going to be making something that I have been watching videos, and everybody seems to be playing with envelopes this week. There's our little flippy flappy. We made one in our last video. Everybody's been playing with envelopes this week on their channels, and although I don't think that this is an original idea, I decided that I wanted to put some little envelopes into our journal so that we have a place to tuck our tags that we've been making. And you can see this is one of the dimensional tags that I don't know if we made this one together or whether I showed you it after I had done it. So yeah, I have made an envelope out of some of the papers from the kit, and I've added in some little ephemera, and we're going to do that together today. You can see the envelope hangs off the page on two sides, and I thought that that was a pretty cool idea, because if you ever have anything where you kind of like tuck in an envelope, you'll know that the envelope usually will stick up out of whatever you put it into once you close it, if it's a journal or if it's, I don't know, a little book you may have. So I made my envelope and I hung it slightly off the page, like so, and it gives a little bit of a fun contrast to the page behind it. And it looks like it was actually just tucked in and it's peeking its way out. So how I constructed my envelope, and I'm just going to take this apart here before I put down the envelope. I did use my envelope punch board. If you have an envelope punch board, you can use your envelope punch board. But I made a 4" by 4" envelope so that it would fit comfortably on the page. And what we're going to do is we are going to glue our little envelope together. And I don't know if I could actually show you how to do one on the envelope punch board. If anybody wants to see how to do that, I guess that I could probably do that for you. But once your envelope is formed, what you're going to do is you're going to fold your little flaps in and over. And we're going to do that together. I figured that would be something that we could do together. Oh, wait. I'm already making a boo-boo here. Okay. As you can see, let's try this again, Joni. There's a little bit of a decorative edge showing out here. Now, when I made my envelope, I realized that the opposite side, which was what you were going to see, was all white. So I said, I'm going to have to decorate that somehow. And so what I did was I took another piece of the paper from the kit and I laid my envelope down over it and I traced around it on the back and I cut out a little piece that would fit nicely inside of the envelope flap so that when you're looking at the envelope in the kit, you'll see a decorative page. Okay? Yeah. Now that I've remembered to show you all of that, and I've remembered that we need to actually put this piece on, let me show you how to do that. I'll give you a little bit more of a description on how to create the decorative paper after we've glued our decorative paper down. Oh yeah, this has been a little bit of a bumbly day. This is my second video today. And on my first one, of course, you know, my phone, it cut out on us. And so, yeah, that's the way the day's been going. All right, we're going to glue our decorative page down onto the envelope flap. This flap is going to stand up straight inside of the book anyway. So even though you saw a score mark, let me just make sure that this is even. Even though you saw a score mark on this side, that's how you have to create the envelope on the envelope punch board. If you've never seen one, this is what I'm talking about. I believe this is the mini, but it's an envelope punch board. It's by We Are Memory Keepers. Yeah, maybe I'll do a video if anybody wants to see that on how to create the envelope. Okay, now we've glued our decorative piece down that I almost forgot to do. And you can see mine's a little bit uneven, but I'll show you the whys and wherefores of that before we finish our envelope. Let me show you how I cut that piece out. Let me grab, I have a surplus of papers printed out from the digital kit. So what you do, what I did was, here's the other piece of paper. In order to create my inside, I took my flap and I lined it up onto my paper. I'm just trying to make some, and I lined this edge of the flap up to this edge of the paper. And since I wanted this piece to be a little bit longer so that when you close your flaps, it's still visible inside, I took the edge and I just lined up my paper and I gave myself about, I want to say about 2 inches, okay? And so I pulled it up and then I laid it down. And you can see how far up I've come on this side. And I took my pencil and I just traced around my flap onto the paper like so. I'm going to come around this way and trace around my flap so that I ended up with a piece that looks like this, okay? And I'll cut this out because I might create another envelope. And then I simply cut it around like so. I cut around on the inside of my pencil line and I followed it all the way around like this. How boring is this for you guys? But I just want to show you how I did it. Cut around on the inside of my pencil line, okay, to create my little lining for my envelope. So now when you turn it over, you can see this one's not perfect because my printer won't print without the white line around it. And so yeah, that's how you create the inside of your envelope, like so. And this one again is not cut perfectly. But yeah, your insert would go, your lining goes inside your envelope that way. And again, this one would need a little trimming to fit, but this way you get the general idea. Okay, so now we have our little lining in our envelope, and we're gonna take and we're gonna glue our flaps down. Now generally what I do is I put a little tiny bit of glue on the corner so that when I fold this over, these two will stick together. I got some glue seeping out, but that doesn't matter because this part's going to cover it. And then I put just a little bit of glue down here on the bottom, like so. And then I go around my edge of my flap that we're going to flip up. I'm going to go around a little on this side, and this glue is pretty strong, so you really don't need a lot. And I'm going to fold my flap over. So now we have our pretty little decorative envelope. I've taken 2 pieces of ephemera, which are relatively similar. In that case, you can see the little triangles, the ones in the middle here and the ones on the edge there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how I want them tucked into my envelope. And I want to leave a little bit so you can see it. But let me find the page we were going to use. I also want to not leave a lot sticking out because I want my envelope to fit comfortably onto my paper. And so since, like I said, it's going to stick out a little bit on this edge, I'm just going to figure out where that can sit nicely, and that goes nicely like that. So let's put our book aside. The other piece doesn't really matter. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a pencil mark on here so that I know where to glue and where not to glue. And so you see we have that little pencil mark. So I know that I can't glue on this side. All my glue has to go on that side. So here's my pencil mark. And I'm just going to take my glue and I'm going to go around and I want to make sure I get the edges so that it stays flat. I'm going to go around the bottom and go around there and put some glue in the middle so it stays on. You know me, I always over glue. And then I'm going to tuck it inside my envelope. Now I'm going to pop that up just a little. I'm going to slide that piece in and I'm going to see where my pencil line is. I'm just going to fit it onto and match up the pencil line. And there we have our little piece of ephemera. Looks like it's bursting out of our envelope. So yeah, our envelope is a little over full, and that's why it's also popping out at the top of our journal. And then we're going to do the same thing with this piece. I'm going to pull it up. See how you don't really see the lining, but you also don't have a blaring white spot there? And we're going to take and we're going to tuck this piece in too, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make a little pencil line, trace it around the edge of our envelope onto our piece of ephemera, like so. You don't see it anyway. So if you're concerned about the envelope lines, once you glue this into your book, and you don't have to glue it into your book, I mean, you can just make it as a piece of ephemera that you can clip onto the page. But I'm going to glue mine down into my journal. Oh, did I lose the page? Yep, I lost the page we were working on, or maybe not. No, I did. We'll have to find it again. And so I'm just going to take again, and I'm going to puff up my envelope. And so I'm going to slide this in here like that. Whoop. I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to match up my pencil line again. You see the little pencil line? And I'm going to push this down like so. There we go. And now we have our little decorated envelope, okay? And then what I thought I would do, I had some of these little pieces left over from the die cuts that I made when we made our pockets. And so I'm just going to add a little one here. I was hoping to add an ink blot, but I maybe have to do that after because I don't have any small ink blots left, and I don't want to put this big one on because then we're covering up all the colors. Nope, you can see I have some letters left over. Nope, that's not an ink blot. Okay, we'll have to do it without the ink blot. We'll just put our little pen nib here. And I'm just going to add some glue to the back of the die cut. Get a little, and I'm just going to grab it up here and put a little glue down here on the tip so that it stays down nice and flat. And I may add a little glue dot after. And I'm just going to put my pen nib on like so. Okay, and now we have our little decorated envelope, and we're going to glue it down into our book. And I'm going to try and figure out where that page was that we were going to. Oh, here it is. I'm trying to evenly decorate all of the signatures. So I have our little flippy flappy in the third signature, and I have one of the envelopes in the second signature. And so now I'm going to put an envelope into, whoop, our glue popped up. I'm going to put an envelope into our first signature. So we're going to try and figure out where we want to put it. And I think that will fit there nicely. And we're going to flip over the page, and you can see that you have a little decorative element on the page behind it. I think that's pretty cool. If you wanted to make your envelope a little bit smaller, you could do so. But I kind of liked the way that this sits. Okay, so similar to gluing in our ephemera, I am going to flip over the page that we're gluing onto. And I'm just going to make a pencil mark onto the envelope, like so. Doesn't have to be perfect. And I'm going to put a couple of little pencil marks on that side. I'm just looking to make sure you can see what I'm doing. Put a couple of little pencil marks here. Okay. So I know that I'm going to glue between here and here and here and here. And I'm going to add some glue. I'm going to add a decent amount of glue because I want this to stay stuck. And I'm going to put a little piece of glue, a little bit of glue onto that little piece of ephemera that we tucked in because I want to make sure that that stays down. When you open and close your journal, I don't want the corner to bend. And so we'll add a decent amount of glue on within the area that our pencil marks are on. It'll get along the edge there and down here on the bottom. Okay. And we're going to flip over our page like so. And we're going to lay our envelope onto our page. Line it up so that it's straight along the bottom. And push down our little piece of ephemera. Like so, that it's staying stuck too. We'll turn it over. Okay, and we can see that little pencil mark here. So I am going to grab an eraser. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I moved you. I'm just going to erase that pencil mark. Lost my voice there, guys. Okay. Erase our little pencil mark that was showing. And so now we have a little decorative envelope, which can be used as a pocket for a tag. And, oh, let's grab this one. I'm going to slide my little tag in, like so. Tuck in the wings of our butterfly. And so there you have it. It's a little envelope pocket that we created. Well, I see some pencil marks here. I'm just going to grab my pencil, my eraser, and I'm going to erase those off the back of this one, like so. And so we don't want to see those. And there you have it. We have a little envelope pocket that you can just clip in using an index clip, or that you can glue down onto your page. And there you have it. Okay, this is the one that I made without you. Let's tuck its tag back in. And it's a spacious little thing. I mean, you can get a nice big, this is one of the dimensional tags that we made. You can get a nice big fat tag in there, or a flat one. And here's the one that we made. I'm just going to push this down and make sure that the glue is staying stuck. I think I might have flipped the page over a little bit too quickly. But there you have it. There's our little envelope pocket for our Arty Arty journal. And I would say we're getting along pretty well in here. We have our little flippy flappy that we made and our little pocket. And here's the one that I made, the envelope pocket. And let's see, what else have we got going on in here? Oh, here's our little X marks the spot belly band. Still don't really, I guess I'm going to stick with that name, X marks the spot. And here's our little envelope pocket that we just made together. And if you guys would like me to show you how to use the envelope punch board, I can surely do that. Here's my little flippy flappy that I made. What else do we have? Oh, here's another one of our little pockets. And our other X marks the spot belly band with our little spinny on it. So yeah, we're getting along and we're decorating her, and she's getting to be a little bit of a gator mouth. I have to decide what I'm going to use as a closure on her. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. As I said in my last video, I have been asked to be part of a tag-along video. So I'm going to be doing that. It's being run by Paper Yuri. And I was tagged by Copycat Crafts by Jill. And I have tagged Nat Williams, who is a member of the Tracy Fox Creative Design Team, along with me. Of course, she's been a member longer than I have. But yeah, I asked her and she happily accepted. And so I'm going to be designing a tag for that. And I'm thinking I might use the Atelier des Arts paper for that one, because I have 3 pads of that, so that should be plenty. Yeah, so I will give you more information as I get more information and as we start rolling along on that one. But yeah, so there you go, guys. We added another little decoration to our little Arty Arty journal, and we will be working on it again soon. Okay, guys? So I want to ask you, I'm going to send you big hug. Oh gosh, I'm going to send you lots of love and big hugs and ask you to please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. And I will be seeing you soon, okay? I'm going to go before I make another bumble. All right, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Love, hugs. Please remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Hit that little bell. And look, when you look at the video, hit that word more that comes up just under the video, and it will show you again all of my links where you can purchase the digital kit, and anybody else that I might have mentioned on my videos will be in there also, okay? Bye-bye for now, guys. Love and big hugs, okay? Have a great week. Bye.